I just wanted to get this off for DDG real quick. He had that streamer of love, Are You My Boss? And it did not go as well as he thought it would. His reunion peaked at 40K. He thought it was going to do like 100K.
He did a reunion.
He
did a reunion. Oh, that's why I didn't know he did
already.
Hey, he was really about it. Okay, I mean, I
respect it. I respect it.
I do respect
this.
Well, and I'll say this because there's a lot of he thought that this thing was gonna go banger, like a lot of stuff. IRL streaming,
low key nowadays. Yeah,
I didn't want to say it, but is it just mirror like the events don't feel as special as they used to? Maybe that's just me being used to the events and being too tapped in. But
I'm gonna be painfully transparent. This kind of, and I'm not saying that DDG's show still wasn't successful. It just wasn't what he thought it was, apparently. But this is why I say don't compare yourself to what Kai do, bro. Because if Kai's able to clone like 15 events that look like this produced stuff, and Mr. Beast is able to get 10 of those videos out every year, I'm at 10, like 40 of those. At some point, the viewer, despite what you're doing being a major thing for you, the viewer has seen this a dime a dozen. They just got done seeing Love is Blind. So for a second, oh, it's cool. You actually brought this to Twitch. Then day 2, 3, 4 hit. Now they out of there. I think he still did good. If he's disappointed, I'm not shocked.
He lost way more money than he thought he would.
Yeah, basically, I'm not shocked that he spent as much money. And probably, I don't know if he lost entirely or just didn't profit as much as he did. I'm not shocked at his disappointment from a pure business perspective because I'm actually seeing how high-produced content on Twitch is going to die down over time.
Based off his reaction, I think it's safe to assume he definitely was in the negative. I'm going to just assume he was in the negative.
Yeah, he did look high.
By how he reacted and the stuff he was saying, I'm going to assume he lost money. So he's being very dramatic to try to make something back. I'm with y'all. On the surface, from our point of view, from 90% of streamers, you will look at what he did and say, this is successful. But when he's trying to compare himself to the elites, the 5%, 0.1%, whatever you want to call them, you're going like you failed. And I'm going to be that guy. You want to do super my ball content, there you go, gang. There you go. This is what my ball content gets you, bro. This gets dragged out.
Oh, you're talking about the community? Well, play the clip. I didn't want to.
Well,
do your quote.
And let me add one more thing to two things to the concept. I think for him, the India love thing for the past year kind of messed things up. Like you were really like high on India love, and then all of a sudden you're doing a love show, and it's just But then too, I think a lot of these people keep remembering that farming viewership, farming view duration is like the key. Farming view duration does not equal like quality content. B Souls kind of put it out on Twitter. He was like, the people that keep doing these reality shows keep forgetting that one of the things about the reality shows that makes it such a banger is the idea that it goes off and it gives us time to, as a community, build more tension about it, talk about it, make our videos and all that stuff about it. Yeah. But when you do this 24-hour thing, and I'm not even necessarily saying this about DDG, but just the overall idea of like IRL streaming and this continuous thing, there's some luster that gets off of it when it's always on. It's always on. So I do want to play this because he mentioned something about YouTube, and I was like, man, you're either lying to your audience or you're coping.
But I'm like, how do I differentiate? How do I differentiate the content that I post on YouTube versus Twitch? Because I don't foresee myself spending as much money as I spent on this streaming shit on motherfucking, you know, I don't foresee myself spending as much money as I spent on streaming on a YouTube video. Now that's speaking from a business perspective. Like the ROI on motherfucking YouTube videos is not that high, especially as a black creator and the type of content I make. Now, if you got a channel like, it's a lot of politics that go with YouTube. But if you got a channel like Mr. Beast, where like your audience is a lot of kids, you liable to get more money out of that shit.
And I'm gonna play the other clip, but in this cope, his audience is telling them, yo, bro, just make YouTube videos. Like, we really, really rock with your YouTube videos, which is funny because today he dropped a YouTube video. It's a low effort video. It's one of his old type videos, but he dropped a YouTube video and he was saying that, you know, I just don't get the same ROI if I put effort into it. Which, to some extent, there's validity to. The problem that I have is that you're not telling the full story. You be putting all that jizzy content, the 20v1, I'm trying to touch women private parts with Deshae Frost. Yeah, that's gonna get demonetized, gang. But if you put good money into whatchamajig, if you put good money into your YouTube videos, you can get great return. There's a lot of cope for some just not a successful video.
I'm gonna tell y'all what he really wanted to say. He's not getting a good ROI relative to the effort he's putting in. Because he can get good ROI, like Omar said, on the YouTube videos. But compared to Twitch streaming, where, again, a lot of it is go live and I start making money as I go live, I'm getting donations as I'm recording content. Yeah, the ROI is not going to be there on YouTube. But, yeah, no, this type of content that he's doing, certain shit is just not made for live streams. And I don't like this new wave of just people doing live streams, like turning everything into a live stream when it's not made to be a live stream. And I've been I've been critical of Deshae specifically for this over the last year. Like, I think he actually had a really, really good run on YouTube and gave it up simply because of the hype of streaming. Like, I'm looking at his numbers right now, and I'll share my screen here real quick. Like, he had the series, I don't even know what this is called. It's season 3, season 2. Like, look at the numbers he's pulling off. 1.2, pretty much 1 mil, 1.9, 1.4, 1.1, 1.5, 1.5. He had Kion and that shit got 5.1. Like, these are insane numbers. And I think if he did this exact same idea, but live streamed it and just clipped up the live streams into videos, this wouldn't have ended up the way that it did. But he just kind of gave up the YouTube stuff because he just fell for the Twitch trap, the streaming trap. But you got guys like Drewski killing the game right now, making offline content. Kind of similar to what DDG's trying to do, but Drewski is just pulling it off way better.
Well, fuck, you stole my you just stole my take, low key, high key. Because I was going to, like, on God's sake, is when you look at somebody like Drewski, for example, right? He has the could have been love, could have house, all that stuff like that. The reason why I think like he's been on such a crazy run is because he's optimized every platform he's on. In my personal opinion, no glaze, I think he's one of the few people that just got it. Like, any platform he's on, he makes it work. And I think what DDG learned on with his show, again, I'm not bashing the show, anybody that's DDG squad out there, because I'm always for trying to do high quality stuff. And it's a high quality idea. Nobody can sit there and deny that. But I think what he learned and what I learned personally as well is it's just better if it is cut up, recorded. Hell, nowadays everybody got scripts and stuff. Take 2 it, take 3 it. Whoa, gang, you done crashed out. We're actually gonna cut that out, or we want to trend because of this crash out. But you have those options, you have those directions when it's an offline video and it's more accessible. Versus a live stream, 1, anything can happen, which I'm sure we're gonna talk about soon, or 2, it's just one of them things where even just from a pure finance standpoint, it's not something that think about dropping Could Have Been Love episode 1 and then streaming the whole thing and then trying to drop a highlight reel. People are more excited to, okay, this is episode 1, and to watch that more than they are to be like, okay, this is a highlight of the event that I missed. I hope that kind of makes sense. Chatatrons, co-hosts, and everybody in between. Hope that kind of makes sense. I'm probably not wording it correctly, but essentially,
I'll put it simpler.
You missed the episode. You missed the episode if you weren't in the stream.
My bad. I'll just put it simple. People don't have the time to watch 10-hour streams to keep up with a reality TV show.
Basically, yes. So, like, if Love Island, let's take an actual show. If Love Island was literally streamed,
I wouldn't watch it.
It wouldn't get nearly the amount of motion that it did. But instead of Egg Gang, it's going to happen a lot on some young boy timing. It's going to drop every day. 9 o'clock, you were here tonight. And that's just something that is archaic but works. I think with these kind of shows, maybe our generation, to a degree, is not as progressive as we thought in terms of watching everything on stream. And that's something that is always going to be at the core. Big time produced projects. We want to watch it whenever we.
But
Go ahead.
Everything's not meant for streaming, and that's my biggest takeaway from this. Just everything's just not meant to be put on a live stream for the reasons y'all are saying. People do not have the time to sit here and really watch all of this content to keep up with what's going on with your show. And a lot of people don't feel like catching up on the lore through clip channels and random copious 2 minute, 30-second, 45-second clips to get all the lore of what happened. They want to. This is a very high produced show. They want to watch it like a show. They want to be able to be like, all right, bet I get off of work and I got this to look forward to. Bet this came out yesterday. I can see it now, and whatever the case is. That's why, like you said, Drewski's killing it. Hey man, Omar was saying it when it came to concept in the school thing, bit off a little more than he could chew, figured out, hey, this happens this way, this happens that way. Now I know. Now he understands if he's going to do stuff like this, what he needs to do or how he needs to do it, or he has a better understanding if he doesn't feel like doing it on the YouTube side would be a better way. But I know he's not about to stream everything now.
Yeah, you can still stream stuff like this. I think he just learned there's no point to doing certain things on that stream. Like there's no point in having a whole set and stuff like that. Yeah, he could have just did this in his house or a big ass or a mansion or something, and it hit just as hard on a stream. I think that's just what he's learning. So it's not even like I'm low-key giving him bail here, but I kind of am. I understand someone being mad. I don't know what the dollar was. I can understand someone being mad. I can see him getting angry at someone else, potentially calling him lazy or him going in even a petty route. But at the same time, hey man, I respect the risk, but that's what happens.
I just think it's poor execution. Because I even said it on the tweet Omar's referring to. I don't know if y'all know how Big Brother like does their show, but essentially you can go on a different app and they have a live feed of the show for like the 2 months is going on. But 3-4 times a week, there's still a drop that goes on CBS or whatever. I think DDG could have done that. Like his Twitch could have been the live feed, and he could have had a whole separate high quality drop on YouTube that was much more edited, and he probably could have had sponsors on that too. Like on the drop, he could have had like big time sponsors on there if he executed it right.
Instead, it's just a highlight, I want to say, right? Because I did see that he had episodes. I didn't watch them, unfortunately. I probably should watch the entire thing, but or like watch a good amount to speak on it per se. Sorry, but from what I saw on vague clips and thumbnails and stuff, he would drop them. I would presume they're just like highlights. Okay, this was what stream day 1 was, episode 1. But if he were able to, as Souls is saying, cut certain things, edit certain things, have entire ad reads in between, that might have been dope. That might have been honestly the best way to do it.
But you know what's interesting too? I think I swear to you, and I don't know this to be a fact, but the most watched stream right now. The most watched stream right now is literally the Spanish version of what DDG is trying to pull off. I want to pull it up because I've been looking at this stream so much, and it's in Spanish. So, Alo Foquero radio show, printing money. They have 1.5. This is live right now. I have 1.5 million people watching this.
1.5 million?
1.5 million people doing this.
Look where they at though.
Spanish streamers are crazy, bro.
Oh yeah, no, all right, no ball.
Now also on the, and I know I had just clicked it off, but on the super chat side, they're printing like anywhere between $20,000 to $45,000 a night. There's a way to do it. I promise you. They go off. They just go off. These people go off. They turn it off and they get prepared for the next day. Like Biso said, that drop concept.
How long is the streams?
We'll go back to the channel. 2.5 hours.
Yep. That's that's another conversation. We've had that even live here, and no, nobody is saying us for the geniuses of content. But my brothers, my sisters in Christ, and even non-believers, gang, there's definitely better ways than what shout out old girl from old video, damn near beating yourself on the head and streaming for 15, 24, 48, 72 hours. There definitely are ways to optimize these things. I'm not going to sit there and say that I understand content more than the guys that are in the 1%. They're 1% for the reason. However, maybe Maybe we just ain't had that break. But what I will say is, from a pure outside looking in lens, it just seems like, honestly, you don't even need to go that hard, or if you're gonna go that hard, make it a video. I think that it's kind of what he said. So if he were to see this, I don't even think he'd get mad at that comment. Like,
I mean, just statistically, I don't know if y'all know this, but YouTube is more watched now than Netflix and all the other streaming apps. Like on TV specifically, like YouTube is like the #1 used app on TV. So people are looking for content optimized for TV on YouTube. And a reality TV show is the definition of something that you should optimize for TV screens. So
you know, it's not on all TVs. Twitch.
Yeah.
You know how I know that?
The
1,
levels,
2, 3 TVs ain't got Twitch.
The levels that he could, or anybody could pull off. I mean, could have been. And to be honest with you, I don't know why Drewski hasn't done this. He should start a could have been Spanish channel. He really should. I think it's just very short sighted. But ultimately, to me,
I just wouldn't give up on it. My bad.
Yeah. Well, on what?
On DDG shit. Like,
after
flopping once, I don't think
I would not give up on my ball. Hot take.
On high produced content, or just the concept he went with?
The concept of him, maybe not my ball specifically, but just live streaming a reality TV show. It can work.
But the other thing is, well, the other part is, and this is where I'm getting critical of them. They don't. Their idea of content is just throw girls at the screen too, which I think people are tired of as well.
Oh, we get
absolutely.
I've been doing the research for some videos that I've been putting out. I've been really leaning into the women. There's been like 5 different women dating type content things that have been live streamed, and all of them, I think a lot of people would say, yeah, I thought it was going to do better. It's just but they just lean into like, oh, we got women, we got guys, we're gonna get real flirty on this thing, and then we're gonna move on from here. Ultimately, they should hire people to come in and really like plan out the content and just take it away from them and be like, all right, even though we got women, we got to do a little bit more with this. But 2, they've just taken it seriously from like a show perspective, taking it to like a video perspective, doing something just a little bit more intentional. At Drewski, if y'all haven't seen Drewski's channel, Drewski on some of that could have been stuff, dog. He's got and I know Dama would know, but like 20 million views on some of these videos.
Wait, he's going crazy.
No, I wasn't trolling. I think Drewski probably is like a top 5 genius in social media at this point. He got it, or he knows somebody who's top 5.
It serves a bigger purpose than just like, oh, I'm trying to make the money here.
The funny thing is, you tried to do some stream clips, and those are doing horrible.
The stream clips, this is it right here.
Yeah, that and the one below it.
Yeah.
So.
But if you look at clipped up when he did the stream with the baby mama, but the thing is though, when you look at, and people will say, well, Drewski did a love show, and he did exactly what Omar was referring to. It wasn't just, we got some women, we got me. That's the content. No, it were planned out things they needed to do. It was like a old school love show. It was like watching Flavor of Love in 2025. Like they had them doing random challenges, just random dumb stuff, had them doing stuff that made them engage or showed who was interesting, showed who was funny, and then showed who wasn't, and he eliminated them. It wasn't just, this bitch massaging my feet, this one massaging my neck, my ball. Like, come on, gang. It's got to be more than that, bro. It has to be.
Yeah.
He had Freaky Frost there. I know what, you know what? I'm hating.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're gonna get your hate takes off. I'm gonna propose the question. I already know Damo's answer. This is somewhat devil's advocate because I've been rather like lenient and honestly just more understanding of it. But there is a conversation that we have not just straight up asked. Was it just bad hoops? Like straight up, good idea, hell, good production, all that stuff, and just literally just what was happening on the screen. Is it possible that it just needed to be run back because it just wasn't executed right from a purely entertainment standpoint?
It's all of it. It's all of it. I think while I can't ignore that, like, you know, every time you do something in this realm, you should always leave it and be like, oh, I could have did that better. I could have did that better. Something I could have did better every single time. But with that also being said, with the way that people are viewing that live IRL content, I think a lot of people just did a misstep. And they missed the phase. Well, especially when you start seeing the unks get into IRL stuff. When the unks get into it, you already know, like, okay, we're past the phase. But just the idea of like, oh, everything's on, nothing is special. This is just a moment that's supposed to exist in this vacuum, as opposed to making this thing that's supposed to live on forever. Like, could have been one, could have been two, and we're glazing Drewski, but that's the reality of it. That's going to live forever. DDG's live stream from April, we'll just pick out April. The moments in Streamer U outside of like the hugest of moments.
I think that's why even Kaya slowed down his streaming, is because I think he realizes that like he's at a stage now where there are high expectations every drop. So him being like this daily just chatting, I'm a react to shit streamer, that's not gonna cut it. So every time he goes live now, it has to be on the level of Mafia Found 3. It has to be on the level of Streamer University. Like that's just a standard now. So
I was actually you almost had where I was going. I'm gonna ask, so another thing that could possibly be. I promise I'm not trying to be slick. I'm genuinely brainstorming, picking you guys' brain. Comment section you yap below as well. Is it possible that like the production's too consistently high in a way? Or like it's too norm? Like it doesn't feel like an event per se, you know what I'm saying? Like, because he's done the bits of, him in India or whatever dating show thing they got going on per se. Like every day you go on Twitter, you see something regarding somebody liking somebody, which one of these streamers people. What I'm getting at is, if that happens so much and then the show is made around that love show, it sounds good, but is it possibly just due to an oversaturation of that specific genre per se? And it's not going to be formatted too much different outside of just like a nice ass set and a couple of games. Is that a reason, or is it just maybe overthinking there? That could still work.
I think what you're talking about is definitely a reason. I also personally, and this I could be absolutely wrong, I think it's because after every time there is an instant of, X, Y, Z likes each other. Every 2 days, DDG, India Love, whoever it is getting on stream saying, nah, that's cap. It's just for content. It's just, motherfuckers ain't really X, Y, and Z. It's just for content. It's just for content. Eventually, motherfuckers gonna see DDG Love show. This shit is just for content. I don't care. I don't know. I feel like there is a level of believability to love shows that people really believe they're looking for love. People really believe these people are looking for love. People really believe, X, Y, and Z couple shipping. Everybody knows shipping actually turns up viewership. Am I lagging?
Summoning Jutsu. Yeah, you're out of here. Oh my god.
Yeah, you're cooked, man.
You're cooked. But I'm gonna continue his point, kind of, sort of. Yeah. I saw him. I think that we've been yapping. So at this point, I ain't shooting nothing. I seen him lash out on his chat. I seen like a minute Twitter clip of him essentially just like it's obviously content, y'all parasocial and stuff like that. And what Damo's saying is true. There's granted, Love Island may be the first one in a while to actually feel somewhat remotely believable, but like that was a thing for Love Is Blind that, oh wow, they're actually going to try to stay together on these reunions and stuff like that. If he comes out and he's saying, yo, we're obviously this is just clips, that's tough.
I think creators break the fourth wall.
No grown person with a brain, a mind, a fucking thought in their brain gonna think that a nigga is gonna get married in 7 days. I don't know why y'all think that's a thing. Why do y'all think this is it? Why do y'all think I'm gonna get fucking married? Y'all took this parasocialism shit to the next level, bro. Who the fuck is gonna live stream? Just think about it. Cause we grew up watching TV shows, right? Bro, who the fuck is gonna go on live, meet girls for the first time ever in their life, and in 7 days get married? What y'all don't know is these girls know that. They know. You niggas is the only niggas that don't know. Y'all the only ones that's lost. Okay? We need to rewire our brains. Like, I feel like
this is a part of the intentionality that I'm talking about.
Yeah, you popped the bubble. That's as simple as that. You popped the bubble doing that. It's not that he wrong. DDG's 100%, a million percent right. Hell, this motherfucker's on MTV and tell you, duh. But hey, if that's just what comes with that kind of, not even content, that just comes with that genre. The entire genre of dating online, dating on TV. You're not supposed. It's supposed to be believable.
One, he keeps doing it, but two, a lot of these shows, I mean, it's not for fake. 90 Day Fiance, are they not? I mean, my girl watches 90 Day Fiance. I know Souls, didn't you tap into it? They really be married though, right? Like it's real marriage.
Some shows actually do get married, but a lot of them, especially dating ones, are.
I would say more recently, of more recent times, a lot of the shows that are super popular, I believe there's like a level of realism to the relationships for some extent. I don't know though. I don't watch a lot of love shows. Only ones I know: Love Is Blind, Love Island, 90 Day Fiance, and shit like that.
Like
and to my knowledge,
at least don't break the fourth wall. Like
they definitely don't tell their show. They like one of them's The Circle. They definitely know, hey, Circle. You know I'm not actually gonna like. They don't do that.
That's the main thing. Whether it be American Idol and America's Next Top Model, and us not knowing if they really got contracts, believing they would be next big singers or whatever the love show. One, it's the believability, and two, they just didn't break the fourth wall. So there's some validity to it. But as DDG is saying, I meet this girl in 7 days, and then I'm supposed to fall in love with her and get married, and then in 2 more months, Silky's gonna have a love show. It don't work. It just doesn't work. If they took a step back and did some intentionality behind some of this stuff, and I think that streaming you could do a lot of this stuff. I just think that there should be the distinction, like Bezos was saying, inevitably, like, yo, these are YouTube videos. These are whatchamajigs. These are live streams, and I think we did the experiment of having everything on live stream. I think a lot of people are seeing that the risk isn't worth the reward, the juice isn't worth the squeeze anymore. And honestly, they would have some longevity behind some of their content and bigger blow-ups if they did that the other way.
Just last point for me, I just think people are getting tired of repurposed content in general. Like if I'm on TikTok, I want to see TikTok native content. Same thing with Instagram. If I'm on Twitch, I want to see stuff created just for a live stream experience. And if I'm on YouTube, I want to see YouTube videos. Like I think that is where the space is kind of reverting back in a sense. Like there was a point in time where YouTube was flooded with react videos. It was flooded with, again, like stream clips. I am seeing more, maybe it's just my homepage, like more original content now. And it's been refreshing. So.
Yeah, because a lot of people are desiring that because there's a lot of boxes. Hey, my boxes, I don't approach my box ceiling almost. We'll talk about that later. But like a lot of people are like hitting ceilings. A lot of people want to just have that passion. What I'll say, my last word on the subject is honestly thinking on everything I've said. I'm giving DDG a ton of bail on why it didn't work. I'm happy he did it. And furthermore, I hope he does it again. The only thing that I will say I definitely disagree on is the clip that was just played. You can't personally, you can't have all these people not even buy in, but build like a major identity of what you're currently doing is the whole love triangle thing. And then be like, what the fuck? You got mad at this or you took this seriously as a joke? Yeah. I mean, obviously anybody with 2 brain cells, he's correct, would know it's a joke. But on the chance that someone actually thought that y'all was a thing, you can't lash out on them. You're pushing it in their face every day, man. That's just how that has to be. That's like me coming out there one day and be like, yo, of course I hated One Piece. Like no, I can't sit there, wear a straw hat one day, binge the show the other day, all this other stuff. And then in my heart of hearts, though, based on body language, you should have known I hated the show all along. And then I go on like some Crunchyroll deal and I'm just like, yeah, One Piece fucking sucks. You know what I'm saying? You can't push that to their face and then like kind of not gaslight them, but kind of get on them for fucking with it.
You can't provide context. You can't provide content and exploit people being parasocial and then go and criticize people for being parasocial. That doesn't make sense to me.
Type shit.
I just don't understand that. I can't sit here and talk to my community. I can't go on a Discord and get super personal with my community. And then in 2 weeks, y'all acting like y'all know me, son. Like, yo, y'all really like talk about my life. Gang, you are talking about your life to me. and you're mad that I'm responding with my thoughts and opinions. You're mad that I'm invested in a creator that I like. You're mad that I'm invested to the shit that you're telling me. You got us on the yacht with you and all these bad bitches, and you mad that we talking to you like you get around bad bitches? Like I don't know. That's crazy.
It gets to a point. It absolutely does, Chad. It absolutely does. But I don't think, unironically, I don't think their chat reached that point. Just believing that it was real. I don't think that's the point. I don't think that's a point where it's like, oh my god, because he's literally like screaming it 24/7, 365.
Yeah, I'm about to say, but there's a reason he has to keep screaming it. Because people keep thinking it's real.
No, we agree. I must have said it wrong then. I'm saying I don't think his chat reached that point of, okay, gang, I gotta call y'all out. Y'all are being weird. I don't think that's weird. They all they seeing every time he go live is, oh shit, India mad if you talk to this girl. India mad you talk to that girl. You gonna talk to India this day and that day. You can't get mad at them for actually thinking that shit. Obviously, anybody with a brain wouldn't, but you can't get mad at that.
They only see you 4 hours every 2 days. And for those 4 hours, all they know is what you are telling them and then lightly put in your Twitter com. Gang, I don't know how we cry about Parasocial, bro. I don't know.
That's the only thing I think that he probably hold himself accountable to that. I don't know. But if he don't, he don't. But that's probably the only thing I disagree. Everything else, yeah, do my ball season 2. Okay. Shoot shot.
But for him to do this and not think, man, maybe I should try to think of sponsor dollars to compensate this or this, that, and the third. That's crazy.
Like, this is them coming to Boston next year. Floor seat 2 standing room is $800.
Oh my god!
One standing room is $1,100. I don't know.
This
who
is
they
the
are.
Spanish show?
Yeah.
There's sides of YouTube chat that laugh at Kai face. I ain't gonna cap. There's sides of YouTube that laugh at Speed, man. They out there, bro.
The people that know Spanish, please let us know who that is. I'm being so serious. Let us know what that. I will get in a Discord with you, a call. I will talk to you because I really want to know, like, what is this money print that they got going on,
man. And they production running crazier than what DDG just had. His day production running crazy than what Kai doing.
Let's keep it a buck Deportes. Yeah, on the way.
If I ever got big enough, that's exactly what I would do. I would
Spanish channel.
Yeah.
I thought I heard Mr. B say it. I was like, yeah, that's the wave. Yeah. That's the move.
I ain't gonna lie. Now that's somebody you copy.
Soon as Mr. Beast went on,
Mr. Beast do. Hey,
I'm about to say, soon as Mr. Beast went on, I think it was Schultz podcast. Oh yeah, I got 17 channels: Spanish, German, Japanese, Chinese, Mandarin.
Only thing wrong with him is his literal PR. But in terms of YouTube, anything you see him do, it works.
Yeah, it's Chinese.
That shit was so game changing. I think YouTube added a feature now where you can auto dub a video, so you don't have to create separate.
They try to get away from that, but that's also taking away from my money. It's some people that was like, "Yo, I speak English. It's just more comfortable for me to speak Spanish." So I just watched the Spanish version of Mr. Beast's videos. I don't know, bro. I'm not playing around with it.